What's going on, drinking buddies? Before we get into it this week, just a quick word from our sponsors. You know those guys. The people who like to give me money. And, by you supporting them, you support the show. Everybody fucking wins. You get rad stuff. The show gets to, I get to keep drinking. And we get to pay our hosting fees. All that fun shit. We're brought to you this week by our friends at Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is the Record of the Month Club. The best damn Record of the Month Club. In fact, every month, Vinyl Me Please features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection. And it sends it to all its thousands of members worldwide. It's fucking rad, man. When I signed up, they had an exclusive printing of Sabbath's Paranoid. Each record is pressed exclusively for Vinyl Me Please. And it has features you can't get anywhere else. Bonus tracks, inserts, color variants, and it comes packaged with a 12x12 album-inspired art print and custom cocktail pairing every month. No commitment. Cancel anytime. If you want to check it out, go to www.joinvmp.com/ANWD. Once again, that was www.joinvmp.com/ANWD. Get some rad vinyl. You'll thank me for it. And speaking of things you'll thank me for, one of our other sponsors this week is our friends at Ghost Tequila. Ghost Tequila is a 100% agave Blanco tequila that is ghost pepper infused. Oh, it is fucking magnifique. Starts your night off right. Just bang down a couple shots. Get all warm and fuzzy inside. Also, it makes amazing Bloody Marias, spicy margaritas, and a bunch of other cocktails. If you're not in one of the lucky states where Ghost Tequila is available, go to www.ghosttequila.com and buy yourself a bottle today. I think I'm supposed to say drink responsibly, so drink responsibly and summon the spirit. Ghost Tequila, baby. And last, but certainly not least, is our friends at Laughable. Laughable is the #1 comedy podcast app on iOS. It is the best goddamn podcast app. Not only can you subscribe to your favorite fucking shows, you can subscribe to your favorite performers. Say you're a fan of The Machine, Bert Kreischer. I know I am. When Bert does another podcast, if you subscribe to Bert, it pops up right in your subscription feed, those other shows. It's a great way to discover new podcasts. And on top of that, they also recommend new shows to you. It's fucking awesome. So if you are not listening to this on Laughable right now, go to the App Store, download it now. Android users, it's coming soon. Go to laughable.com, get on the waiting list. The minute Android drops, boom, you guys will be right up there with us too. Where the air is crisp, motherfuckers. So now that we got that out of the way, joining us this week, if you haven't read the show description already, is motherfucking Annie Cruz. Cruz has not been on the show in, months, if you didn't notice. So she pops in. We shit on a bunch of movies. We talk about what she's been up to. And it's just like old times. They say you can never go home, but man, this was a good homecoming show. Well, temporarily. You'll see. So pop a cold one, sit back, and enjoy, guys. Holy shit, we haven't done this in a while.
Do, re, mi,
fa, sol, la, ti, do. Holy shit.
Slayer, how's it going, dude?
Good, Cruz. Cheers.
Salut.
Salut.
I told myself I'd quit drinking yesterday.
And then you came home? Yeah, I'm going to totally go by Slayer's place. Stay sober. That happens.
I seriously told myself I wasn't going to drink, but I should have known better that was not going to happen.
How's that ever happened? I think the only time we've been sober in like each other's vicinity in the last couple of years was during Infinity War.
Actually, it's a lie because I was drunk. Remember?
Yeah.
You picked me up, and that was one occasion where one of us was sober and one of us was not. Because I remember, I was pretty drunk. I sobered up though when we started watching the movie. I was like, oh my god, okay, this is kind of intense. IMAX 3D, that was pretty fucking amazing though.
That was pretty fucking awesome. Plus all the carbs. We had all the fucking carbs.
That ginormous fucking
The pretzel?
The pretzel? What kind of fucking pretzel was that? That was not a...
That was the Bavarian Classic.
Yeah, that thing was like bigger than my head. And...
Cost as much as a fucking pizza.
That thing was fucking expensive as fuck. I was like, $16 for a fucking pretzel?
Yeah, $16 for a fucking pretzel.
That's amazing. What theater was that again? Oh, yeah. That was
City Walk.
City Walk, that's right.
Yeah, we rolled the City Walk on...
No, I did go on a carb overload because I ordered... because I was drunk too, that's why. You know, you get drunk, you're like, I want all the fried stuff. Let's get French fries and cheese sticks. And yeah, I don't even think we even got popcorn. We just got all the junk.
No, we just got all the junk.
All the
and
junk.
Extra fucking cheese.
And yeah, and they tried to charge... They raped us up the butt for extra cheese. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be like $5 for another thing of cheese. Are you serious?
And that cheese wasn't even all that good. Like,
No.
For like shitty nacho cheese, I expect it to taste like shitty
Like
nacho cheese. It was just like, nah, this has like a weird flavor. What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty much.
But fucking Infinity War, holy
That
shit.
movie, the ending was perfect. I mean, I have to put this out there, even though I've mentioned it like on social media and stuff like that. But like, how about okay, yeah. Granted, it was like 2 a.m. when we went to go see that movie, so we got out of there like almost 5.
No, we got out of there at 5. Like, we were cruising down the 101 back to Hollywood at 5. And I'm like, holy shit, it's 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was 5 a.m. That's right. No, but everybody left the fucking theater, like walked out of the theater in like silence.
It was like a fucking funeral.
It's like we were leaving a funeral. Like technically we were leaving a funeral, but still, like it was like usually when you go to a movie like that, everybody's talking amongst themselves about like how epic it was or whatever. But no, like this was just like everybody was just very somber. Like I don't know, closing, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was super somber. It was just like, oh my god, I. By the time this airs, Infinity War will have been out for fucking weeks, if not a couple months.
So spoilers ahead. Is that okay?
Yeah, spoilers fucking ahead.
Okay, can I say something? I feel like, can we just talk about this real quick?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, because everybody keeps talking shit, like, oh my god, what about all the nonsensical things that these guys were doing? And one person in particular had said this to me, and I was like, well, be more specific. What do you mean? Because there's so many different characters. There's like, I think they said something like 60 fucking main people. That number sounds
23.
way out. Okay,
23.
Okay, yeah, that sounds more about right. But
we're not talking about your sexual partners here, Cruz.
Shut up. Anyways, confusing myself right now. No, but he had mentioned Doctor Strange and how like, well, I mean, why would he fucking do that? I'm like, well, isn't it fucking obvious? Because when he took the time stone and looked into the future, he specifically said, okay, there's only one fucking outcome where we actually come out of this winners. And in the beginning, he like was very adamant to both Spider-Man and Tony Stark about how like, I will not like think twice to like sacrifice you guys to protect this fucking stone.
Yeah, but it's the problem with time plot altogether.
Right.
Is, okay, yes, he says there's one outcome where they fucking win. How does he not clue anyone else into what they got to do to make that outcome happen?
Well, cinema, movie making, I guess they're trying to be like more vague, I guess, because when you think about it, when he did tell them at first, like, I'm not going to think twice to sacrifice you guys to protect the stone or whatever. But then when Thanos was about to kill Tony Stark, he was like, no, don't do that. Like, I'll give you the stone. And everybody's just kind of looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but the problem is right then and there, hell, 5 minutes earlier, he could have totally time stoned back before Star-Lord fucked up everything.
Actually, that's true. I know. So everyone there's a lot of memes already out there to giving shit to fucking Star-Lord for not doing shit.
Like, seriously, that could have been like, rewind, or he watched all the battle plans that could have possibly gone down before that fight happened, right?
Right.
He could have turned to Star-Lord and been like, be cool, bro.
Yeah, it's true. But I guess, again, the whole... trying to be vague in the movies or whatever.
Oh, the movie's super enjoyable, but
Yeah, I know. And then that's when Doctor Strange, when he did give it to them because they were looking at him like, what are you doing? He was like, this is how it has to be. Or what the fuck was the line that he said?
like, we're in the end game now.
Something along the lines of like, this is how it's supposed to be or whatever.
We're in the end game now, Stark.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Something like, yeah. And then the only ones that didn't disintegrate are like pretty much the original fucking.
Yeah, the original,
Yeah.
the original Avengers, fucking Nebula,
Oh, yeah, Nebula. That's right.
and Rocket. Fucking
Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, basically, yeah. Black Widow, Captain America, Tony Stark, Nebula, and whoever, Rocket Raccoon. I can't remember who else, but yeah, pretty much everybody else is gone.
The Hulk's still there. Well, sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, what was his deal? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what caused the we're not gonna really have the Hulk in this movie.
Yeah, they only showed him in the beginning getting his ass kicked. Which is kind of funny because, in the comics, there's some stuff in the comics where Thanos actually says that the Hulk is the one Avenger that fucking scares him, for lack of a better word, I guess, and I don't know, I just find it interesting that they're like, okay. And also how it's not just anger that triggers the big guy to come out now, apparently. So
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's in other movies, the first Avengers, he talks about he put a gun in his mouth and the Hulk woke up after he pulled the trigger.
oh, yeah,
He was definitely in a lot
yeah.
of life or death situations throughout the course of the movie. And the Hulk's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can die.
He's like, nope, I'm too scared. Wait, the Hulk is scared? Why? Okay.
Yeah,
Alrighty then.
they also undid almost everything in Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
As I was saying when we left the movie, it's like, I love Ragnarok. I really enjoy that movie.
I loved Ragnarok.
But the problem is Thor was jokey, but he wasn't as jokey as he was in Ragnarok. So you have, he's more back to being what he was in every other previous film.
Yeah, the first two, yeah. It's kind of weird. It was kind of like a weird dynamic where, you're right, where he was, super goofy and funny. Not really goofy, but funny. He was fucking hilarious in Thor Ragnarok, and then all of a sudden, serious, brooding, whatever.
Yeah. He made a couple, jokes like rabbit.
Yeah. There was one or two things, but that was it.
But it wasn't nearly like the beginning of Ragnarok where he's Surtur's monologuing and he's just making fun of him.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me spin back around.
Shout out to Loki for only being in the movie for 2 minutes.
Oh, he ain't dead. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But still, it was funny. I was like, oh man, it's kind of sad. The
Loki-
only death that really bothered me, to be honest, in that entire movie was Gamora. That was the only one that I was like, that's kind of sad.
Oh, she's gonna be back for sure.
No, of course, but everything else, I was like, yeah, shit's gonna happen in the last one. But
Well, the theory is me and some friends have is Gamora is gonna take the Adam Warlock role where she's in the Soul Stone. Soul for a soul.
That's true, and that makes absolute sense. Absolute sense.
Cheers to that.
I'm not drunk yet.
We'll
Cheers.
drink more.
Yeah. Damn it.
But yeah, I have a theory that she's going to be in the Soul Stone, and everyone that Thanos nuked is going to be in the Soul Stone.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Interesting. Okay, how about this though? Let's go on. Tom Holland was so good. When at the part when he was disintegrating or whatever, he was so good. It was like, okay, that is kind of sad, I don't want to go, Tony.
Oh no, they definitely played on the heartstrings.
Yeah, dude.
Plucked
He was
him.
a really good actor in that part. I was like, damn, okay. Peter Parker over here is this is very emotional. Fuck. I did not cry, by the way, for those listening.
She did not.
I did not.
I may have a little.
Yeah. Just a little. Yeah.
Just a little. What's fucked up is me and Alex were talking about this in the parking lot. Man, the only reason they probably didn't kill Rhodes is because they killed off all the other black superheroes.
Someone made that joke too, and I was like, oh my god. What the fuck? That's kind of true. That's true. Shit.
But on the flip side, Rhodes is OG. He's original Iron Man.
Of course, yeah.
It would have been funny if he snapped and it turned into Terrence Howard, but
Okay. Oh man, that movie is so old.
10 years.
10 years. That was the first one. Oh my god. DCU needs to fucking come correct, man.
It's never going to happen.
It's never gonna happen. No. I actually heard from someone, who was it that I was talking to about that? How like when Nolan was doing, his trilogy or whatever, they really wanted him to like do all the other DC characters or whatever, but he refused. And so that's why they got stuck so many years behind, that after he finally completed the Nolan trilogy or whatever, that like, okay, now we're backed up. Now let's do Wonder Woman and all this other shit. And then the what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Where they finally like rebooted Batman, kind of, sort of ish.
And Batman v Superman or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just fucking utter bullshit. But yeah, I don't know. Infinity War, I think I like that better than Civil War. Yeah, I did for sure.
Oh yeah. No, they're both really good, and they're both directed by the same directors.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of funny how they know what they're doing.
They're like, the ensemble cast, give it to the Russos.
Yeah. Yep.
No, they got the Marvel tone perfectly. Mm-hmm. And despite there's inconsistencies between all the fucking movies, but as much as this was a master plan, there is definitely inconsistencies all over the fucking place from like day one to current.
Yeah.
So they did the best they could with all the inconsistencies. It's just like the real Marvel universe. So like shit's inconsistent between comics.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's very true.
It's like we're getting the real Marvel experience on the screen.
How about that end credit scene though, when like when Fury like goes to get a hold of Captain Marvel, and then you're like, well, how if that was that easy, where the fuck, like all those other times, like, come on, man. That movie's gonna take place in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, there's that. There's the fact that the Netflix series are still being ignored.
Well, yeah, because, okay, so like, there have been lists compiled, okay, this is how you watch the movies in, chronological order, blah, blah, but then some people have made lists where it incorporates all the TV shows, too, and there's a fucking lot.
I ignore Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I ignore all of it.
I started it when it first came out, and then I just stopped watching it, so...
I feel like if it's on ABC, it's garbage.
Isn't ABC owned by... Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Never mind. Just kidding. Just forget that I said that. I was like, I forgot that Disney owns ABC and Disney also owns Marvel, so never mind. I forgot that it's Warner that owns DC stuff.
Yeah, poor Warner. Just, I don't know what the fuck... I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, and they have like a bunch of movies that are coming out, too, like Aquaman... And I can't fucking remember the other one.
I'm sure the Wonder Woman sequel's on its way.
Oh yeah, for sure. After the first one that came out, I'm sure they're like, okay, let's get ready to do the second one now.
What did you think of the first one?
I thought it was overhyped, to be honest. I feel like everybody, and I think it came out during a time where it was all about like female empowerment, yeah, power of the pussy type bullshit, and the media and whatnot, hashtag me too. Just kidding. No. Actually, I think that was way before that whole fucking movement started happening. But nonetheless, it came out during a time where it was like all about like feminism and female empowerment and all this kind of stuff. And when I've watched it, I was kind of like, this is really not what I was expecting it based on what other people's reviews were. And I feel like a lot of it came from people just trying to continue that movement of like, yeah, feminism, you know what I mean? But the movie was meh to me. It was all right. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was as great as people were projecting it to be.
I'm right there with you. I would personally watch Gal Gadot read a fucking encyclopedia, so...
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm there with you on that one. Mm-hmm.
Especially in the Wonder Woman outfit. Like,
yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, yep. Happily we'll do that. But otherwise, oh God, the movie's hot garbage.
Yep.
I saw it with some people that are like big Wonder Woman fans, and they're just like, no, that movie was great. You're wrong. I'm like, okay.
But they're being biased because they're big Wonder Woman fans.
Right. On top of it, it's like the action sequences are contrived as fuck.
True.
Like, nah, I'm going to go out. One, we were originally going to make, Captain America here with Wonder Woman, and then we're like, oh, wait a minute, that was done. World War I.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then she's going to walk out into no man's land, and they're just going to fire bullets where she's bulletproof.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into town, and though the dudes have never watched her do the shield thing, they're going to set her up for the shield jump
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
into the bell tower.
That's right.
Or-
that's right. Yeah. I remember that scene. I only saw the movie one time, and now I'm like remembering bits and pieces of it.
Or, hell, there's the fucking battle on whatever their fucking island is.
No Man's Land?
Thermopolis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's something like that.
Yeah. Don't at me, nerds. Don't at me.
I forgot.
They gave up their fortified position to engage these assholes on foot and horseback.
Yeah.
Like, you have a fortified position.
Yeah.
Arrows all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't make for a great action sequence unless it's 300.
So you have also yes, but okay, wait. So you went with a bunch of hardcore Wonder Woman fans, and they all loved the film.
Oh, yeah.
They just have like a hard on for Gal Gadot, or what?
No, it was chicks.
It's biased, dude. They're biased. Okay, me, I'm a huge Batman fan, and I fucking hated Justice League, and I hated. Okay, I didn't hate Justice League. I kind of hated Justice League. No, I enjoyed Justice League, but it was a fun movie, sure, but I hated Batman versus Superman. Justice League, nah.
I never saw either one of them.
Yeah, you're not missing out on much.
I know.
Yeah.
I absolutely know.
Really not a fan of Batfleck, gotta say. Not a fan of Batfleck at all.
I heard he was the best part of the movie.
I mean, he was all right, but I cannot.
See, I could shit on Wonder Woman for another 10, 15 minutes.
Please do.
Okay. Also, if you haven't seen Wonder Woman by now, spoilers?
Yeah. I mean, that movie came out a long time ago.
Right. Okay. So, first and foremost, once they introduced, the guy who ended up being fucking Ares.
Oh, yeah.
The minute they
That
introduced
battle scene between the two of them at the end pissed me off, but go on.
Before that, the minute they introduced him, I'm like, well, that's our villain.
Oh, you mean when you didn't know that he's the villain yet?
Yeah, before the reveal.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious. You're like, there's something about this dude.
He's too... I mean...
Something about this guy.
This is the shitty part about movies being movies. That guy's too high budget to just be a throwaway part.
What's that actor's name again?
I don't know, but he's been in a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of shit. Yeah. That does make sense, though.
It's just like, if they'd introduced him like super early on, not in the middle of Act 2, it might have been like, oh, he's just doing a fun cameo.
Yeah, that's true.
But the way they just kept interjecting him into the story.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward to, oh, surprise twist, asshole German is just an asshole German.
Oh, yeah.
And on top of it, I mean, before you even get the reveal that he is just asshole German, they take out a bunch of the high command and then go to a party. No one's raising any red flags that a bunch of generals were just assassinated, and we're just going to go to a party now.
Yeah.
We just murdered, like half our high command just got murdered. We're at war. Party time. And then we're going to ignore the stunningly beautiful woman who just happens to have a sword down her dress.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what? Are you telling me no one was checking out Wonder Woman's ass?
That's true.
Well, that's
She's
a great...
wearing that blue dress, right? That blue dress, yeah.
That's a great ass. And there's a sword there.
There's something metal sticking out underneath. I wonder what that is.
Either that or she has a tail.
Yeah. A very shiny tail.
Exactly. But then you get to the battle sequence, and, oh, lo and behold, the asshole German is not Ares. Oh, no. Big surprise.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then Ares reveals himself in the middle of the battlefield. So what's his fucking plan here? He just blew his cover. So if he does not die in the situation and doesn't win, he's outed.
Yeah.
100% outed. And the whole, backstory is he's been subtly manipulating mankind into war for generations.
Right.
This was the most unsubtle thing ever. I've been pretending to be a British, royal or...
Yeah, whatever it was that he was.
And I'm going to just show up on the battlefield and be like, yo, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was all me. That was all because of me. Whatever.
That was all me. And then the worst CGI fight ever.
Yeah, that fight pissed me off a lot. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, and on top of it, this is... Part of that fight is what women should be upset about. The pro-feminists.
Yeah.
Is she is detained long enough for her love interest to blow himself up and then be motivated by his love to actually get back in the fight.
Oh, Chris Pine.
She was pining for Chris Pine. Couldn't help myself there. I could not fucking help myself. But seriously, for a character who's all about like female empowerment, she was like, I'm tied up and I don't know what to do. Oh no, Chris Pine killed himself. He killed himself for the cause. I'm inspired to take out Ares. Like,
yeah.
Furious masturbation for the folks. Furious masturbation hand job. Just fuck you. Bullshit. Oh, I did not like that movie.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
Once again, I will watch it again on mute any day of the week.
Yeah, because that's really all you can fucking do at this point. Because Gal Gadot is, yummy eye candy.
All her fish out of water scenes were actually a lot of fun. That shit was fun. That shit was fun. This is my problem versus DC versus Marvel for the movies. Is I am much more willing to let shit slide with Marvel because the tone is fun. It's upbeat for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you score your movie and tonally make it like a World War, an actual war movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let stupid shit slide.
Right.
What would you do if we were watching Saving Private Ryan and fucking Tom Hanks jumped off a goddamn shield as a sniper? You'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah. That'd be one of those things like, okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I didn't like Fury. Did you ever see that?
Oh, the one with Brad Pitt and I only saw that movie one time. Why didn't you like it?
Once again, it was serious war movie tone and just stupid shit like, hey, Shia, welcome to our tank. Clean the guy's face from that was previously in your seat off the...
Oh, I remember that now.
They used gore in an attempt to be shocking in situations that would have never fucking happened. Hey, this is a guy that we were in a tank with, that we have bonds with. We're just going to leave his face on the seat. Right? My near and dear friend that I have fought and bled and murdered and died and people have died around, when he dies, leave his face for the next guy. Yeah. How fucking dumb is that?
Yeah. Gross.
It was a beautifully shot movie. But there was just so many scenes like that where it's just like...
I don't remember the movie that much anymore, but I remember liking it when I don't know. I fucking don't remember it now, so now I feel like I have to watch it again.
There was just too much shit like that. It was just like...
I do remember that. Now that you're mentioning that, I do remember that part when I forgot that Shia was in it. I was like, oh shit, that's right, he was in there. Everybody died. Spoiler alert.
Right.
Like, everybody died. It's like, everybody died. Spoiler
alert. But there were too many scenes where like they used gore to try to instill tension.
Yeah.
And it's like,
just for the sake of like, let's just fucking throw that in there.
Yeah, like
gore.
Dude got hit with a tank round. Like a dude got hit with a tank round and liquidated. It's like, oh my god, the horrors of war. Well, that's not really scary.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty instant for him.
Yeah. He did not die a slow and painful death.
Right. The guy who catches a couple machine gun rounds and then is bleeding out inside the tank around his comrades, and they're struggling to try to save his life, and he still dies. That's tension.
Yeah, that is tension.
Like fucking Black Hawk Down when
that's a great movie.
Their squad mate fucking catches a round in the thigh and they're digging in him to try to like clip the artery. Yeah. And he still fucking bleeds out. That is an intense scene.
Yeah.
That's tension.
That's true.
If he had just been like fucking District 9 glibbed everywhere, no one would be like, all right, whatever.
And that's the end of him, guys. All right, let's just keep going.
More Somalis to kill, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
I feel like we just film nerd deeped in this episode already.
That's fine. No, but Infinity War was really good. I like. Back to Infinity War.
Back to Infinity War.
So good. So good. What do you think is going to happen? Because there's a bunch of movies coming out before, obviously, the second one, the final film.
Well, we have
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, which happens somewhere around Infinity War.
It's supposed to happen. I think it's supposed to happen like before.
That would be hilarious in this fucking stinger if like Wasp would just.
That's what I'm saying. I was actually talking to somebody about that. Aces. I was talking to Aces about that. About how he thinks that like the way it's going to end is it's going to end where it's just the beginning of Infinity War starting, where like the Wasp like disintegrates or something.
I don't know, because they make sure to mention in Infinity War that Scott's on house arrest, so it makes it sound like, at least by their knowledge, that he's not being the Ant-Man. that he's just on house.
Right. Because who else did they met? Okay, they mentioned
Him and Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, because Hawkeye was, and that was funny too, because I thought Hawkeye was going to be in Infinity War.
I'm sure he'll be back for the next one.
No, for sure. But it's just funny because, you know, when they were making the announcements and stuff, and then I was like, wait a minute, he wasn't even in Infinity War. But yeah, but they were saying Scott was on house arrest, and that Hawkeye, Clint, he was doing family shit.
Yeah, he's back with his family.
Yeah, like, oh, it's too dangerous.
It's too hard on his family.
You know.
Is Jeremy Renner's contract up?
See, I don't know about that. I almost want to look it up, but someone was saying that he's for sure supposed to come back. I mean, I don't know how much truth there is to that, because obviously someone was saying he was going to be in Infinity War, which he was not. But someone else was saying, no, he's going to be in the last one. And I'm like, is he though? I mean, is he even necessary? Like, you know?
Come on. What would a Hawkeye done in those fights?
Shooting his little bow and arrow and not missing.
Right. Though he might have been really helpful if he was in the fight, like in New York with Doctor Strange at the beginning, like, oh, dude's flying away. Arrow.
Yeah. I mean, like when you think back to like all because there was so many characters, so many different cut scenes, you know, to where you're like, oh, there's this is what's going on with this group, and then this is what's going on with this group right here, and then you don't really get too lost. But what was I gonna say? I think it was really funny when they were in Wakanda and fucking what's her name? Wanda is like upstairs with Vision, and then out of nowhere she shows up in the fucking battlefield, and fucking chick is like, where the fuck was she the whole time? Like, you know, Scarlet Witch is pretty fucking strong, so it was just kind of funny. And then yeah.
See, that was another plot hole moment. How did dude get past everyone to get inside?
Wait, inside where? Wait, who? What part?
Okay, part of Thanos' children.
In Wakanda?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they only opened so much of the goddamn shield.
Yeah, that's true. And they were only able to get in by, like, little by little, and some of them were dying doing it, too.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did he slide into, like, chill back there? I mean, come on, we also had Captain Ex Machina. It's like, hey, Captain America's just chilling in this train station.
Yeah.
And it's forgivable. It's an enjoyable movie. But seriously, writers, that is something that can be solved with like a push of a button. This fight's going on. Scarlet Witch hits an emergency button on her belt.
Yeah.
And I've summoned the Avengers. Not just, we've been looking for you for 2 weeks and we just happened to show up when you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's well and good. It works within the film. I mean, it doesn't actually work within the film,
right?
But it's
forgivable. Is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's something that you can just be like, in the moment when Cap just shows up like that, everyone's like, "Oh, Cap!"
Yeah.
Oh,
the nomad.
Cap! Yeah,
the nomad captain.
Nomads, and that's the thing, because the Marvel movies are so tonally like fun.
Yeah,
it's cool to let shit like that just slide.
Yeah, that's true.
If that shit happened to Wonder Woman, it'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck you.
That's the thing. Everyone kind of overanalyzes, and I mean, I'm kind of guilty of that. And also, like, gets pissed off real easily with stupid shit. But that's because it's just the way that they do their films. It's not like how Marvel fucking does their movies. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
No, 100% tone. 100% tone.
Well, did you see that Deadpool trailer?
Oh my god.
Where he's all like, "Oh my god, that's so dark. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?" Because I feel like, like I think with Suicide Squad they were trying to be super dark or whatever. You know what I mean? And then like.
Well, they went through massive rewrites on that.
Oh yeah,
Guardians.
they totally. Well, but then when Deadpool came out and there was like humor, all of a sudden Suicide Squad they decided let's fucking reshoot some stuff or whatever and let's make it a little bit funnier. And then they kind of just add these forced humor in there where you're like, that just looks forced and unnecessary and not funny. So why?
Well, that movie is also full of forced exposition, like so much forced exposition.
Well, they also deleted a bunch of shit too, because I know it would have been darker if they would have kept a lot of the deleted scenes between Joker and Harley. Because I feel like, from what I've read and what I've heard, they showcased a little bit more of their really dysfunctional, dark relationship. Because that is what their relationship is like in the comics and like in the animated series, even.
100%.
Like, I mean, I could go off on why I don't like Suicide Squad right now.
I saw that one. I could go off on why I didn't like it too.
Because number one, like the Joker would not give a shit about Harley if she was locked up because he doesn't care about anybody but himself. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah, okay, there's a love story, but I mean, like.
Well, occasionally he wants to get off.
For sure, but I feel like it was just almost like too much like thrown in there, like, you know, my love, this and that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, come on, tone it down, Joker. It's fine. Like,
well, he is that manipulative boyfriend. I mean,
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Come on, everyone knows the dude who's like beats the fuck out of his girl. Baby, I love you. I would never do that again.
But then when he was in the helicopter and he tossed her to save her life, would the Joker really do that though? Would he really do that? Would he really?
No.
He would never do that. And that, to me, when I saw that, I was like, come on, like, he's sacrificing himself for her. Like, the Joker would never do that.
Unless it was some insidious plan and he had a getaway planned.
True.
Like, oh yeah, I'm tossing you to safety.
Like, I have another plan of my own.
Right.
Anywho.
No, that movie's terrible.
Yeah.
Just so much exposition. Like, just, motherfuckers. It's a visual medium. You don't have to say everything. People can display fucking powers.
Yeah.
Or react to things.
Yeah. But wait, so we were talking about, like, okay, so
we're trying to figure. We were backtracking to where
Infinity, like all the stuff.
What happens post Infinity War?
Yeah, because we do have some movies that are coming out, again, not chronologically. Because I do believe that Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably going to happen sometime before the actual Infinity War starts. So there's that, and then of course we already know Captain Marvel is going to take place in the 90s, and then we have the Inhumans. And
the Inhumans was a show, wasn't it?
No, there's a movie coming out.
Really?
Yeah, there's a fucking... Hold on.
Did they scrap the show? Because it was on ABC and got canceled.
No, there was a show, but then when I was looking at the different phases, it actually showed Inhumans as being a film. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll look it up right now. Phase 3 Marvel. Phase 3 Marvel films. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have a computer so you can actually look this up.
I'm on it.
But from what I'm looking at, we have so 2018 we have Avengers Infinity War, which came out already.
Oh, motherfucker.
Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out July. Captain Marvel comes out in March. Oh, it did get shelved. I'm looking at another image that says Inhumans shelved. So I guess they aren't doing an Inhumans movie.
Yeah, we have... Yeah, there's another image that said November 2nd, 2018. Well, that's obviously not fucking happening.
Yeah, no. And I think I'm looking at an old image, too, of like...
Yeah, I'm looking at it, too.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess that's the only one. Why did I feel like there was more? I guess maybe because the Inhumans was on the list, but not anymore. Well, so as it stands right now, it's just Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and then finally the final Avengers film.
And Spider-Man 2 comes out like a month after that.
Oh, that's right.
According to the wiki, like it is the only named Phase 4 movie. Spider-Man 2 in 2019, July 5th, 2019.
Oh, wow, July of 2019. Damn.
And then everything else is 2020 and beyond. They have movies scheduled till 2022.
Everyone's already like making what do you call it? Everyone's already making what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, oh, they're gonna make another Avengers movie in 2020 or something. I'm like, no, they're not.
No way.
I'm pretty sure Chris Evans is like retiring after this.
I feel like all the
as an actor, he's retiring as an actor, not so much from like the franchise. Like that's what I heard. I could be wrong. I don't quote me on that. That's just something that I recently read somewhere, but I didn't confirm it.
What the fuck is he gonna do with himself? He'll get bored.
He will get bored. I mean, look at Daniel Day-Lewis. I quit acting, and then like comes back and does Phantom Thread, which I like that movie, by the way. But and then now he's quitting again because I forgot what was the last movie he did before he quit the first time. Wasn't it? I think it was
Lincoln, maybe?
No, I think he came back to do Gangs of New York after.
That's a while ago.
That was a long time ago, and then he quit, and then he like left for a bunch of years, and then came back. I can't remember, but I'm sure you'll figure that out as soon as you look that up right now. Right.
Cruz, I gotta say, it's great having you back on the show because it gives me time to look up stuff.
I know.
When I gotta carry the conversation and fucking look stuff.
Hold on a second. Let me look this up real quick. Well,
he he had a 5-year gap between The Boxer and Gangs in New York.
Okay, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I feel like maybe he quit and then he was only gone for 5 years. But then, didn't he quit again? He always retires, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Regardless, Phantom Thread was like his last film, and he's like, I'm retired again.
For
like,
now.
We'll see what happens if he comes back again. And I feel like hearing this rumor, because right now, as it stands, it's just a fucking rumor. Maybe you can look that up. Chris Evans, the rumor that's going around right now is that he's retiring as an actor. Like Captain America is basically his last thing that he's doing, and then I'm done with acting. And he's young too; he's not that old. So I'm like, I mean, obviously he's got money, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But will he get bored? Will he, have the itch to be like, I kind of miss acting. I kind of want to fucking.
The first article came up says he's just hanging up the shield.
Okay, so maybe that someone was wrong because I read somewhere someone had written something, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And, I was a horrible journalist. I didn't further my research, but that was just the one thing that I read. It was like, oh, he's retiring from acting. I was
Yeah,
like,
the
are you
first.
sure it's not from acting in the Marvel movie as Captain America?
Yeah, the first 7 hits are he's retiring as Captain America.
Yeah, and that makes sense because he did it for how many fucking years,
I don't know. He was the last Avenger to come on board from the originals.
True, but he also did. Okay,
All the originals, all the primary originals, all did 3 movies.
Yeah,
Iron Man, Captain America, Thor.
Yep. And then the Avengers 2, and then now Infinity War, and then the 4th.
I mean, half of them did Civil War also, but
That's true.
Iron Man is like the one who's appeared in the most.
In most of them. Yeah. Yep, that's true. That's actually very true. He actually had to rally to fucking do Civil War, which is kind of doesn't make sense to me that they wouldn't even think of putting him in Civil War, considering the fact that he is in the fucking graphic novel Civil War.
Well, yeah.
So it was just kind of like, why wouldn't you fucking put him in there? And then of course they didn't have Thor and the Hulk.
Well, holy fuck, that makes sense to not have them in Civil War.
Well, yeah. They're both pretty strong fucking characters. But it's kind of interesting that they were able to kind of piece together later on in Thor Ragnarok and stuff like where the fuck they were at to begin with.
And they magically ended up at the same place.
Yeah, like, oh shit, they're together. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, and that is another thing that you can poke a hole in Infinity War about. How did Thanos know where all the stones are?
Man, yeah, because it was already kind of mentioned, okay, there's 2 on Earth and blah 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 blah, and I guess he just kind of had to get it out of people because to find the Soul Stone, he had to torture Nebula to get Gamora to talk, and then Gamora spilled the beans.
Yeah, and how do you know the Power Stone was on fucking Xandu?
Okay, that's true. Actually, yeah, good point.
Or how did he find?
Which one?
Oh, my brain is full of alcohol.
Time Stone, Power Stone, Soul Stone.
How do you find
Stone?
How do you find the Asgardians in space to find the Tesseract?
Oh yeah, because they opened with that.
Yeah,
they totally opened with that.
That's how they ended Thor Ragnarok.
Because they're that's right.
It's in the stinger of Thor Ragnarok.
So basically, they're like, we're just not gonna explain anything. We're just gonna open with this. We're gonna open with Thor. I mean, we're gonna open with the Hulk getting his ass kicked because that's basically what they opened with. You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, they opened with Thor already gotten his ass kicked.
Yeah, he's already he looks like he's about to fucking die, and then yeah.
But they never explained how Thanos knows where any of the fucking stones are, but yet has to have Gamora find the Soul Stone. Also, Gamora, you cunt. When you're like, if I tell you, Star-Lord, you'll die too. No, you can tell him you know where the Soul Stone is, and that's why he has to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
That won't get him killed.
Yeah.
If you tell him where the Soul Stone is, that will.
Yeah. Oh, Star-Lord. Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. Full of fail.
Yeah.
Full of fucking fail.
There's this meme going around where it shows all the different heroes. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you. And not you. To Star-Lord. Not you. Oh, man.
Well, and on top of it, it's Gamora, you have the one thing that could allow Thanos to succeed. You're going to go confront him head on?
Yeah.
We got to go to nowhere.
Yeah.
No,
She
you
could have
don't.
stalled and like done something else, like rather than like
Or gone with Thor. They could have all gone with Thor.
That's true. That's true. Actually, that's true. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Instead, she's like, "I'll take you there," and then like, what? Why? I was like,
There were so many characters who were like, I am totally down to let my feelings for one person sacrifice millions of people.
yeah,
That was like the reoccurring theme of the movie.
that's true. That's very true. And then someone was saying like, "Why didn't he sacrifice Nebula?" Well, because he doesn't love her.
It's a little far-fetched. They actually love Gamora too, but whatever.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Man, oh man.
Also, side note, Thanos loves bubbles.
Okay,
Well, no, seriously. When Star-Lord goes to pull the trigger, bubbles.
that's right.
And when Gamora goes to stab him,
Bubbles.
bubbles.
That's true.
Thanos loves bubbles.
That okay, so maybe that's what he loves is bubbles.
He loves bubbles. They should have had a stinger of Thanos in a bubble bath.
Oh my god! They should, instead of looking into the sunset or whatever the fuck, like in a bathtub with bubbles.
He obviously loves bubbles.
Yeah. Damn man, that movie was so good.
No, and that's the thing. Like, that is good filmmaking where it's like, there are a lot of glaring holes, but we're so...
You can look past that. You can look past all that.
And we're so engaged in it. Like,
I feel like anybody that chooses to hate on it, that claim to be like, oh, I'm a diehard fan, blah, blah, blah. I feel like they're just looking for a reason to just like, yeah.
well, and if you also read the original Infinity Gauntlet comic, that's full of craziness.
All of it's full of craziness.
But just,
Yeah.
like, I just reread it the other day because I'm like, I haven't read this in a while. I'll read it. Mm-hmm. In that one, Thanos just turns off his powers at one point just to show off.
Oh my god.
But that actually brings it around. Thanos' whole motivation in the comics is to show off to Lady Death.
Right. Mm-hmm.
His motivation in the movie doesn't make much sense. Like, I want to bring balance. Hey, bro, you have the Infinity Gauntlet. You totally can make enough resources for everybody.
Right.
With that same snap that killed half the population, totally could double the supplies.
Yeah.
He likes murdering people. He just is in denial about it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, cheers to that. Yep. Mhm.
Cheers.
Yep.
And that's the problem with him not being romantically involved with death in the movie.
Right. They never showed death in the movie.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
There is zero mention of death.
They don't talk about her at all.
No, he's not doing this to show off to her.
Yeah. So
See, that's the problem. In the comics, he kills half the population of everything to be like, yo, death.
look at I'm so cool. Look what I did.
I'm a baller, girl.
You're Lady Death, and I just killed a bunch of people. We should like be together.
Right? In the movie, it's just like, I want balance. I could not make more crops. Motherfucker, if you're so upset about Titan, you have the reality and time stones. You could just totally rewind it and make your planet cool again.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it for a second there. The reality gem is not a holographic gem. It alters reality.
Yeah.
When you showed Titan back to being cool, you made it cool again. And then you're like, I undid it.
You're like, whatever. We don't need to leave it like that.
This emotionally affected me quite a bit. I don't want to see it anymore.
You're like, let's just go back to what happened afterwards. It's fine. It's fine.
It's cool. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone I know and loved, dead. Except Gamora. Oh, she's dead too.
Yep.
Fucking Star-Lord.
Star-Lord ruined it all. It's all his fault.
Right? See? But if Strange had just turned back time there wouldn't have been much of a movie.
No, exactly. That's why it's like, nope, something's gonna happen. Just you wait, just you watch. Oh wait, he spared Tony Stark's life.
Well, that's the thing. On Earth, Strange tried to use the Time Stone and got restrained, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't even try to use it in the Thanos fight.
No. I mean, he did use it, but he used it not in the fight. He used it to look into the future, but it was just kind of like, but Okay.
And not tell anybody.
But yeah, he could have said something. No, this has to happen because blah, 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 blah. Instead, he's being vague, right? Like, just before he fucking disappears.
Right, like, you know you're going to die here, sir.
He's like, listen, this is the way it has to be. Okay, but tell me more. What else did you see? Bye.
Hey.
You're like, but what? So now, leaving off or, you know, starting off where they left off or whatever, like, you know, you're going to have like Tony Stark and fucking Captain America and everybody else. Like, okay, so what happened was, you know, we're the only ones left. Doctor Strange said something very weird to me. He told me that this is the way it's supposed to be, but why?
How's Stark getting the fuck off Titan?
Yeah. Wait, because who else was on there with them?
Nebula.
Oh, it was just Nebula.
It's just him
That
and
was
Nebula.
it.
Everyone else there died.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to be like, Nebula's ship works, even though she crashed it into Thanos.
Yeah.
And it's a ship. Who knows if it has a jump drive? How long is it going to take to get to fucking Earth?
Right. You know something weird's going to happen.
Yeah, who knows how they're going to fucking fix this shit? I really hope they have a coherent plan for this. Otherwise, it's going to be... I hate to say it's going to be bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of tentative titles floating around for the fourth one. They're like, it's going to be Infinity War Endgame. Isn't that what fucking Doctor Strange said?
Yeah.
It's the Endgame. Dun-dun-dun.
We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. And we got a fucking year.
Yep. Oh my God. Yeah. A year. Literally a year. We gotta wait a fucking year for this shit. Oh my God.
Is Game of Thrones back before or after the next Infinity War?
I don't know. It's the final season too, isn't it?
Yep.
The final season. Damn.
At least I have some Westworld to hold me over for a minute.
Yeah. Did that season start already?
It did. Two episodes deep already.
Oh, I still need to finish the first one.
How did you not finish the first
Because
fucking
I have
season?
no life. I have no life. I'm working all the time. I don't have like any, you know, like.
Like, I have a life all of a sudden?
No, you're always busy. Me, I'm always busy too. No, but I don't know. But yeah. So what else have you been up to, Slayer?
Just this. This. Looks like I'm going to fucking Colombia in September.
Oh, for vacation.
For vacation.
Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, Colombia.
Have you been down there?
No, not yet. I'd like to.
You want to come with?
When are you going?
September 14th to the 23rd.
God damn it! I'm pretty sure that I'm dancing that weekend, and I'm not even supposed to be dancing anymore. But I took a gig. Yeah, I'm dancing September 13th. Wait, how long are you going to be there for?
Like 10 days.
From when to when?
Like the 13th to the 24th.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'm only going to be gone 13th, 14th, 15th. I'm going to be dancing in St. Louis, but
Airfare's like under 500 round
shut
trip.
the fuck up.
Seriously.
Are you Airbnb-ing it? Where are you staying?
Airbnb. We have found that we're still finalizing with the crew who all's going, but we found like a goddamn mansion
Oh.
for like nothing.
I might have to do that.
Yeah, like Corey's talking about going.
Oh, nice.
Fucking
Nice.
See if I can pull
Colombia.
see if I can pull this motherfucker up. Holy internets.
Yeah, looking at the oh my God.
So that is $293 a night.
Oh my God. And if there's like how many people?
Well, it's 5 bedrooms, 6 beds, 6.5 baths, 12 guests for $293 a night.
So if you get 12 people or even 10 people and divide that up with how many nights?
$29 a night.
Oh my God, that's pretty fucking cheap.
Right? And look at this motherfucker. Like,
yeah. Oh man, I've never been to Colombia. I really want to go. That's great. That's great. Where was the last place that you went to?
last thing was Europe, was Amsterdam, Munich, and Helsinki.
Oh, that's right.
With me and Lederhosen, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For Oktoberfest.
For Oktoberfest, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds like fun.
Doing that again next year. Like, we're trying to get a crew together, 10 people deep, because then we can reserve spaces in the tents for Oktoberfest.
Oh, do you have to have like a certain amount of people to do that or something?
10.
Oh shit! So it's like the minimum is 10.
Yeah, they won't take reservations with less than a group of 10.
How many of you went last time?
4. So
Oh,
so there was a lot of haggling with door dudes.
damn! That's kind of okay.
And the fucked up part about it is like if you don't have a reservation, they want you to eat. They're like, "Are you eating?" We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay, cool." Thankfully, I'm there to like anchor for the team. Like
You're like, I will fucking eat.
I'll eat. We will order food. Don't worry. We're not just gonna drink your beer.
Yeah.
And everything we fucking ate was amazing. So I'm happy to go back to the happiest place on earth.
Damn.
It's a giant carnival with giant beers and amazing food. And you'll love this, especially because you're on a Trampage at the moment.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Go on.
Don't lie. Don't lie to the audience. Come on. Don't lie to the fucking audience.
Okay, go on.
For women, the traditional Bavarian garb, there's a sash, and if they tie it to the left, they're single. If they tie it in the middle, they're in a relationship. To tie it to the right, they're married. And dudes like wear things that indicate if they're single or not.
Really?
Yes.
So if I wear it to the left, that means I'm single
Yeah.
and ready to mingle.
Exactly.
And that way people can visually see, like, that bitch is fucking available. So I should probably go over there and be like, hello.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Fräulein.
And I'll be like, hello. I recently met up with this very famous... Okay, he's not famous in the States. He's famous in Russia, okay? He's this actor, director. He has more followers than me on social media, just to give you an idea. Like,
Oh, shit.
Like I looked at his social media and I'm like, oh, I guess you are famous where you're from. And then I saw on his Instagram like the acting stuff that he's done. So he's like a legit like famous dude but only in Russia. He can't speak. He can barely speak English. So we had that language barrier between the two of us.
How'd you get consent?
I told him to come over and he's like, okay. I'm like, and the thing, this is what's funny. He basically, when we were texting back and forth, he was like, I'm really shy because my English is not so good. You know what I mean? And I was like, sounds fine to me, but obviously he's translating. You know what I mean? And so I said, you're fine. It's okay. He's like, maybe you can teach me. I was like, it's totally fine. So I didn't realize like till he came over that I was like, oh shit, you really can barely speak English. So I have my Alexa Echo. And we would be sitting, we hung out for like 6 fucking hours and I literally would be like, Alexa, how do you say this in Russian? And she would translate it for me. And he's like, oh, okay, I understand. And I'm like, okay, cool. But it wasn't like so terrible that we couldn't really communicate. Like there's just a couple of times here and there where I had to like explain it to him slowly.
So you just grabbed his dick?
That too. And but yeah, and he was really fucking hot. I was like, oh my God. He's like, yeah. And then like it came out that like, I am who I am or whatever. And he's like, oh, I bet people like on dating apps or whatever, they don't believe that it's you. And I said, that's true. And then he's like, yeah, in Russia, not so much in America. He's like, but in Russia, people don't believe it's me and that's when I realized, shit, you're legit, dude. Trying to make it in America, but who knows?
He made something in America.
I sure did. It was funny too, because he was like, I've been in America for 5 months and you are the first girl that I have sex with in LA. I was like, really? How long have you been in LA for? He's like 2 months. And I was like, wow, because he's really hot. But I guess like it's the language barrier between him and
He is totally not counting Russian prostitutes.
Gross. But anyways.
What? Wait,
I'm just kidding.
You're shaming other sex workers? What the fuck,
I'm not
Cruz?
shaming other sex workers. No. Funny story. I met another Russian. Okay. This is what's funny. So I meet this other guy who like starts talking to me, and then I realize he says the same exact shit. He's like, my English is not so good, and I'm like, is this deja vu? Like, what the fuck is going on? So then, I like went into my translator and I translated something because he didn't understand what I was saying. So I was like, let me just translate this. And so then when I texted it to him, his response was, is that Alexa talking? And I'm like, how does he know I have an Alexa? Because the other Russian, the actor guy, he knows about Alexa because I was using it in front of him and I told him what it was. So when this other Russian starts texting me, when I texted him in Russian, he's like, is that Alexa? And I'm like, how do you know that I have an Alexa? And then like I went back to the previous messages between me and the other Russian. and him, they both said the same exact. I didn't realize this because it was, I talked to them on different times, and they both said the same exact shit to me. Nice choice. And I'm like, it's a very specific thing to say. I don't know if that's a Russian thing and they're just translating it in English, but both of them said to me 2 different times, nice choice. And I'm like, okay. And then I realized they're both a mile away from me. I'm like, do these guys live together and or know each other? And do they want to do me together? Like, what the fuck's going on here? So I didn't want to like come out with it and be like, do you know a guy named Stas? You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm not gonna ask him that. I'm just gonna like gauge this guy. So then he comes over and I'm like, where do you live again? And he starts describing where he lives, and that's exactly where the other Russian is staying. And I'm like, and then I made a comment to where he was all like, there's big Russian, population in LA, and I'm like, this is really weird. So I don't want to come out with it again. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. But then he said the same exact thing, or no, this is what he said to me about the whole Russian girl thing. So he was all like, it's very difficult for me to meet girls in LA because he's also been in LA. That's another weird thing. He's like, I've only been in America, not LA, but in America for 5 months. And I'm like, this is weird. You both have been in LA. Is this just like a thing that you guys do, or do you guys actually know each other?
It's just a Russian line. I've been in America 5 months.
Yeah. And then he was like, it's so difficult for me to meet American girls in LA. And I'm like, why is that? He's like, because my English and blah blah. And then he's like, and then I meet Russian girls on Tinder, and then he's like, but they don't want Russian boys because they want American to get married. And I was like, makes sense. Like, so he can't even get with the Russian girls that he finds because they're too busy looking for American boys to like swindle. Like,
yo, hot Russian girls, hit me up.
That's what I'm saying. So it was just kind of interesting where he was all like, yeah, like American girls, my English is bad, so like it's hard. I don't let fucking language get in the way of anything. But he said that, yeah, and then when I meet another Russian girl on these things, like I start talking to them and they're like, I'm not interested. Like, what the fuck?
I need to go to Moscow and pull that. Like,
have you been to Russia yet? Is that a country that you've been to or no?
Not yet.
Okay,
that is on the list.
Moscow, the actor guy, he was telling me, he was like, if you've never been to Russia, you have to go to Moscow. That is my favorite city. And I was like, okay, alrighty.
Well, because the goddamn visa is so fucking expensive for Russia, it's
really?
a $300 application fee.
Did you know that? Okay, you know how like a lot of people from other countries, when they come to the States, they can only stay here for 3 months.
Yeah.
Russians can stay for 6.
Interesting.
Yeah, 6. I was like, what? I did not know that. Because I've dated Brits and Aussies and stuff, and they're like 3 months. That's it. And dude was telling me like, because they both been in America for 5 months, and he was like, yeah, I can stay here for 6 months. And I'm like, wow. And then they're like, they'll try to get you, like, if you're not trying to work here, you're gonna have to go after 4 months. He's like, but that's very simple. Like, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get work here and you can stay here for 6 months. I'm like, damn, that's half a fucking year.
I wonder what kind of visa they're in on.
I forgot what it was called. They told me, but I wasn't paying attention.
Like, dick.
I'm like, yeah,
dick.
Wait, what kind of visa? Whatever. Like,
what does your dick look like?
oh man.
Yeah, and what's fucked up is Americans going to get like a 1 month visa in Russia.
Is that? I was going to ask that if you knew that. A month? That's
a month.
it?
So my whole plan when I do Russia, because it's so goddamn expensive, it's only a 1 month visa.
Yeah.
I'm going to like start in some Nordic country, maybe Finland, maybe Norway.
Ooh, yeah. Finland.
Dude, Helsinki was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time there.
Yeah.
Hot metal chicks.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Oh. I wish I wasn't so drunk and they weren't with so many friends.
Oh my God.
But start in like one of those countries and then just work my way fucking east. Like hit St. Petersburg, hit Moscow, then take the Trans-Siberian Railroad all the way to fucking Korea.
Oh, okay.
Hit Seoul, hit Tokyo, come home.
That's a good little...
Yeah, like spend a month round the world that shit.
Yeah.
And if I can...
Have you ever been to Korea?
I have not, because I just keep getting distracted by Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean... no, yeah. Don't blame me on that one.
But I maybe start even in Western Europe, maybe start in Ireland, and then just work my way all the way the fuck home. Mm-hmm. Just like 1 month, round the world.
That sounds like a fun trip.
Just getting weird in other countries, doing trains.
I want to plan a trip now that I'm making I'm like, my job now, I'm making so much more money than I was like the last time I saw you.
Well, and you're also not supporting people.
That's true too. Yeah, cue in the boom.
Like, oh my God, my money goes so far when it only supports me.
And you know what's fucked up too? My rent is more than double what I was paying, and I still have money saved up because that just goes to show how much I was putting towards like supporting someone else. You know what I mean? Like supporting somebody else, and then like now my rent's more than double, but I'm still able to survive and fucking thrive. That's interesting.
It's the vicious cruise cycle. It's like Trampage, dude who fucking leeches off you. Trampage, dude who leeches off you.
I am never falling in love ever again.
I remember hearing this a couple of years ago.
No,
too.
I'm not going to. I'm having way too much fun.
I heard this a couple of years ago too.
No, I'm having way too much fun.
Yeah, you were having a lot of fun in like 2013 also.
Yeah, and 2011.
Yeah,
2016.
It's cyclical. It's a cycle.
No. I got Lindsay to hold my hand throughout this time.
Lindsay, if you're listening to this, hold her to it this time because I am skeptical.
No, I honestly, I've thought long and hard about it, and I just don't see it happening.
You didn't see it happening last time either.
Well, last time was an accident.
There are always accidents.
No, but the reason why the last one was an accident was I wasn't in a stable place, and then, you get complacent and stuck. I hate to admit it, but that's what happens. And then yeah, now I have a really good job. Can't believe I'm saying this on the air, but yeah, I have like no concerns for anything anymore to where I feel like I'm gonna need help or anything,
No, I feel you.
So yeah.
So now it's just fucking Marvel movies and random dick
And pussy.
and pussy
Yeah.
and at the same time.
Because sometimes I get bored and I'm like, let me just call a chick over. It's fine. But then she gets clingy and then I'm like, all right then, I'm done with girls for a month. No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes I feel like eating a nut. Sometimes I don't.
Oof, don't eat them. Ow.
No.
Ow. Shit, at this point, what? It's been like 8 months since you've done a show.
Oh my God, has it really been that long?
Yeah, like you haven't done a show since like October. So 7 months.
Oh my God. Where'd the fucking time go? Holy shit.
We're old. It goes really fast.
It does really go fast because now I'm going to be 34 this year. Yay.
I'm closer to fucking 40 than I am 30 at this point.
Oh my God.
I posted a picture of myself from 2014. I'm like, my hair was all dark. And like, how did I go so gray in 4 years? Life has not been that stressful.
Yeah. That's like me when I comb my hair back. I'm like, I see a bunch of grays right there. Let me just pluck them real quick.
Yeah, so I've been lying to the audience for the last like months and months and months. They're like, where's Cruz? I'm like, well, it's not necessarily a lie. I'm just like, she's mad busy.
Yeah, and I have been though.
No, you
really
legitimately have been mad busy.
Like we were supposed to do this yesterday, and then I was like, oh my god, I have to.
We were supposed to do this months ago.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this months ago.
We were supposed to do this months ago, and like we're both very busy people, and so I guess we should make it properly official.
So sad, I'm gonna cry.
Cruz is officially leaving us.
I am. I really hate to do it, but like I was working on other projects and endeavors, and then now I'm just like so married to my job that I don't even know like if I even have time to do anything anymore. Like I work 7 days a week, Slayer. 7 days a week, dude.
I know the
7 days a week.
I know the pain.
And like, granted, like like it's easy shit, nothing to really like bitch and complain about. The thing that like wears me down is my weekends, because my weekends I don't have when I was going through my tramp pages, it's like, oh yeah, weekends, or like every day is a weekend for me, but like no, my weekends are my busiest because I work until 4 a.m. sometimes, because like
nightlife.
Manager nightlife too, like having to be the one that has to stay behind and close out and all that. And then if it's a really, really busy night, which is great for me because more money, I'm not leaving there until 5 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck is life? But I have no complaints. I'm like in a very happy place right now, mentally, and just like everything's great. I can't complain with making money and working, but yeah, unfortunately, some things have to come to an end. And
Yeah. Or come to an end like almost 8 months ago.
I know. We should have done this long time ago.
I know. For the audience at home that people who have DM'd me and they're like, "Where's Cruz?" I feel bad about
And I feel bad that you guys, because nobody asked me. I'm like, what? When you told me, I was like, people are asking about me? Okay.
Well, they just wanted to verify I didn't just bury you in a fucking gutter somewhere.
Yeah.
Slayer,
what did you do with her?
What did you do with her? I haven't heard her on air. My mom even asked about you.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
My mom's like, "Is Cruz coming back?" I'm like, well, she's really busy, Mom.
Hey, man, if I ever get a free day, I'll pop in every once in a while.
Yeah, this is not obviously.
Yeah, I'm not. Just for the record, if anybody's listening, I'm not gone forever. It's not like I'm bidding Slayer or this podcast adieu for life. I'm never coming back. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just
fuck you, dude. I mean, I did put you in a cage against some girl that fucking.
Oh yeah, fuck you. I just remembered that now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we talk about this for a second?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Oh my god. I have to and the only reason why I'm bringing it up right now is because I did advertise that I was doing it. And then, of course, and you obviously know the answer to this, what I'm about to say, I never really posted any outcomes or talked about it, let's just say. You know what I mean? Flat out. I never talked about it after the fact. And people started hitting me up, so how'd you do? Did you win? Da, 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 da. And I refused to talk about it. I had a very humbling, for a lack of a better, description, I had a very humbling Ronda Rousey moment. Because I did go in there very cocky, you know what I mean? So for those listening that might not know what I'm talking about, I'll explain. So, Slayer, you've been doing the podcast, from my understanding, at Dames and Games, right?
Yeah, we've done a handful of episodes.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, we'll have done a couple more.
Yeah.
I have one that's actually being recorded in 2 days.
Nice. So basically, you started, what would you call it? Promoting or
promoting? Well, the club hired me
bringing fighters in a sense. What would you call that?
Yeah, they have me promoting. They also have me doing live shows from Dames and Games. I'm sure the audience is well aware of it and probably sick of hearing about it at this point.
Well, so you came to me. You literally, this is exactly what happened. You hit me up. You're like, you want to make some easy money?
What? That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no, and I was like, I'm listening, and then that, and a lot of people probably listening to this podcast right now are fully aware that I do know how to fight. Right, I'm a trained fighter. Granted, it's been a long ass time since I've actively competed and or trained hardcore to the point where I'm solid. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm kind of soft, and I kind of let myself go a little bit. I am getting back into to weightlifting and stuff like that, which is great because I have my own place now and I can do that. But back to the story. So you hit me up and said, you want to make some easy money. I said, tell me more. You explained to me that, so Dames and Games, they do these cage fights.
Yeah, Caliente Cage Rage.
Where they literally have a cage, okay, kind of like an octagon, but not because it's small.
It is tiny.
It's tiny. And they put two girls that are inexperienced, or supposed to be inexperienced, right?
Well, it depends. They want to match people with, same skill level.
They'll gauge it by skill level, right?
And I kept arguing with the promoter, Cruz, because she's like, oh, I think she's much harder. I'm like, no, she hasn't, I'm like, she has grappling ability.
You tried to make it sound like I wasn't that good, which is what the whole point was. That was the whole point.
Hopefully my sponsor doesn't hear that I tried to fucking pull a game on them.
Oh my god. Okay, let's just edit that. I'm just kidding.
No, fucking keep it in.
No. So
they pulled one on us.
No, they did, and that's what I want to get to in a minute. So I said, all right, and then I saw a video, and I was like, damn, these girls are scrappy as fuck. But also, the one thing that I noticed was I've seen 5-year-olds fight better than this because, when they say amateur, they definitely mean amateur because a lot of these girls, it's entertaining to watch two girls fight, right?
Especially in skimpy outfits.
And whether or not they know what they're doing, people still like seeing two girls fucking go at it, right? So I saw the video and I was like, that's what this is all about? Oh my God, that's retarded easy. Yeah, count me in. And then there was a little bit of a situation where someone I'd never met before, and I found out that was definitely someone I'd never met before. The girl that told them that I knew how to fight. They're like,
really?
Yeah. She said, why is Annie Cruz on the card? She actually knows how to fight. And then when I finally met her, she was like, it's nice to finally meet you. And I'm like, I don't even know you. So how do you know that I can fight? I didn't ask her this. I'm thinking it in my head. But the bottom line is I was under the impression that, basic rules apply, right? Grappling, floor work, all that kind, that kind of shit. Locking, submission holds, submission takedowns, blah, blah, blah. So I get there to the venue, and first off, the guy pulls me into the office and he says, so, Slayer tells me that you're like a 4 and a 5 out of 10 skill level. Someone else is telling me you're more of an 8. And I'm like, and I didn't confirm or deny. I was just like, I don't know. And he's like, well, we can put you up against someone that's an 8. And I'm like, please don't.
Right?
I kind of played the card of like, dude, I'm going through a breakup and I just moved. I tried to pull a woe is me kind of, even though that's really not the case. But I was trying to play that card, like that angle rather. And then the girl that I fought, you said you had seen her fight before. She had an asthma attack.
Yeah, well, no, that's what they told me. I'd never seen her fight before, but that's what they told me, that she had an asthma attack. She was asthmatic, that she barely knew what she was doing.
Oh, okay, so see, I was under the impression that you actually saw her fight.
No. If I'd actually seen her fight, I'd been like, no.
Yeah, see, and that's what happened. So I psyched myself out because when I watched the first few fights that led up to my fight, I was like, oh my God, like this is a piece of cake. And as soon as we got that bell rang, she did a teep kick to my gut, punched me dead in the nose, and that's when I freaked out. I was
She
like,
Superman punched you. She fucking Superman punched you.
I literally was like, I looked over in the corner like, what the fuck is happening? And then, because I was under the impression she didn't know what she was doing. And then next thing I know, I tried to do a takedown. She reversed it and she started punching me in the back of my head. And I remembered feeling like it took forever for the ref to break us up. And then did you see what happened? The ref was very quick to pull her off me and put her hand up in the air and call the fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I stood up and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, I'm like, no, motherfucker, I'm still in it. I was pissed at that point. So then when we continued the fight, it was just the bell rang. So I was like, okay, that's the end of that.
Well, and then you notice that's the point where I actually came cage side.
Yeah, you can't, because you were at first sitting.
Yeah, I was back in
away.
the VIP and I'm like, oh, I need to be cage side for this shit.
And then second round, I started kind of gauging her fighting style. And then this is what pissed me off. She got me in the back of the head again, remember? She got me in the back of the head again. And the ref took 10 billion years to fucking get her off me. But then I had her in a perfect position to do a guillotine. And I had her in that headlock. And as soon as I got her in that headlock, I couldn't even do anything because the ref was very quick to be like, you can't do that. And that, I forgot to mention this part. So after they told me like, oh, like we could put you up against somebody, the ref came to me and said, by the way, here are the rules. No submission takedowns, no submission holds, no locking. And I was like, but then what is allowed? Oh, it's just kickboxing. And I'm like, what? Because I'm really good on the ground. Like I'm really good with triangles and, shit like that. So I'm like, okay. So when I had her in that headlock and he cut us off, like separated us, I was like, where the fuck were you? And she was doing that, punching me in the back of my head. Like, okay.
Well, and you got to remember, it was a different ref in the cage with you than the one that talked to you backstage.
Yeah, that was another thing too. I was like, I'm so confused right now. And then by the third round, I think we can both admit that I kind of dominated the third round because she was kind of like gassing out. I clocked her in the face a couple of times. And then at one point I had her in a clinch and I just started fucking kneeing her. But then she got saved by the bell. And then of course she won by decision because I sucked ass the first 2 rounds because I was in such shock. I mean, I could have had her if they would have given me like 2-3 more rounds now that I finally was like getting warmed up. But still,
well,
I was
and
like,
the 1 minute rounds is
it's like
you got to
short.
come out fast and furious.
Yeah, exactly. And I was too busy like freaking out after the first round. I was like, oh, she could actually fight because it wasn't like she was just flailing. She was actually punching me properly.
Oh, see, last time I hosted Cage Rage, she fought again, and she was slipping punches.
Really?
Like she full on was slipping punches. I'm like, holy. One of the other people on the show was like, I'll bet you 20 against her. I'm like, no. That's who beat Cruz. I'm not taking this bet.
Oh, shit.
And then she full on slipped the other girl's punches. I'm like, yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
You don't slip and roll on punches not knowing what you're doing.
Yeah. And then remembered when I was backstage, just before we were getting called out into the cage, some guy, I don't know who the fuck he was, but he was backstage. I don't know if he works there or what. But he walked up to me just before I was supposed to go out there and said, could you do me a favor and kick her ass because I think she forgot everything that I taught her. That's what the guy said to me.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And this dude looked very fit. He was like an Asian guy, I think. He was an Asian dude. Definitely looks like he works out. He wasn't like a big dude, but he was like, like a little petite fucking dude, Asian guy. But like fucking muscles and shit. And he literally comes up to me and says, I didn't tell you that he said this. This
No,
happened?
this is the first time hearing about it.
Just before we were supposed to go out on the we're waiting backstage.
I was back in the VIP. So.
Yeah, so this is before we were supposed to go on stage, and this fucking dude comes up to me and he's just like, do me a favor and kick her ass, like trying to be funny, kick her ass for me because I think she forgot everything that I taught her. And I was like, wait, what? And that dude was very fit, and I'm like, I bet you that he probably fucking trained her, and that's why she fucking knows what she's doing, because that dude definitely looked fit. So that kind of threw me off too when he said that to me. I was like, what? But then I was like, oh, maybe he just trained her and, you know, whatever. But then she knew what she was doing, and I was like,
oh, she definitely did.
Fuck that, dude. Man.
Are you gonna make your triumphant return to the cage?
Oh, I'm training now. I'm like, so I met a guy who actually trains at this MMA gym in Hollywood, and he's like, I want to fucking train with you. So I haven't done it yet, but we have. I mean, you know, we wrestled in the bedroom first, and I was like, yeah, I'll totally fucking train with you. But anyways,
wait a minute, isn't that how your last relationship started?
Yes, but this guy's nothing like him. So, and I'm not trying to be in a relationship with him. Yeah, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with this guy.
That's what you said about the last one.
No, I really mean it this time.
I really mean it. I'm not going to take another hit. I really mean it this time. I'm saying clear.
Mean it. But no, I'm lifting weights again. I'm getting back in shape slowly but surely. And I feel like once I know that I'm solid again, I may want to rematch with that fucking bitch so that I can fuck up her pretty little face. Just saying. You heard that here.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hosting on the 31st. If that's probably too soon.
Oh wait, no, I'm not doing that. That's way too soon. I was like, wait, what's the date? I'm like, oh wait, May. It's the beginning of the month. No.
Yeah, 28 days from now.
It's like I potentially could train for a month, but given my schedule and like, I'm like, no, I'm gonna need like a couple of months.
Yeah, no worries.
But I'm not against it. You know what I mean? I'm not against the idea of returning, but I just want to be, after that experience, number one, I want to make sure that the ref doesn't allow the same shit that happened.
Yeah, illegal fucking shots.
Yeah. And because it would have been one thing if it was like one time, but it happened more than once in the cage.
Well,
where
and
I'm like,
you ate multiple illegal blows.
Yeah, dude. My face was swollen the next day. I was like, my whole left side was covered in bruises, and my fucking lip was like swollen. I was like, this is great. I showed up to work because, you know, I work in bottle service and I wear skimpy outfits. And first initial reaction to one of my managers seeing me was like, oh my God, because this is around the time that, you know, never, it doesn't even matter. She's like,
that your relationship was going south.
Did your ex-boyfriend fucking hit you? And I'm like, no, bitch, I was in a fucking cage fight. And then everybody at work was like, you can't just start a conversation like that. What? I'm like, so what happened was, and then I had to like go get into it because I was pretty bruised and broken after that fight. My ego was definitely more bruised and broken.
Oh yeah, sure. But, definitely, there was a couple points like after she clocked you in the face, you were backpedaling and you were just like, holy shit.
Yeah, because I went into that fight like with a different kind of expectation. So when that happened to me, I was like, I'm not prepared for this at all. Like,
oh no, both of us thought that was going to be easy money.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I still got paid, but not as much as I should have.
Right.
The winner takes more.
Well, as it should be, because it's a real fucking fight.
No, that's what I'm saying. And my point is that I lost, so it's kind of. But you know what? It was a humbling experience. I think that I learned my lesson not to jump into something like that. But I mean, to be fair, you having seen the fights before me and then me seeing...
You saw the fights before. You were like,
that's
I would roll over
saying.
those girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Roll over them.
So it was just kind of a shocker. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I'd attended a couple of them as a host and been like, oh, Cruz got this.
Yeah, and I totally thought I had it even before my fight. I was like, "Oh, this is a piece of cake," but yeah, like I think next time I just want to be 150%, and because I know I could take her if I was better trained, you know.
Oh yeah, you have the size on her.
That was another thing too that pissed me off about her. We were backstage and she was all like, I think she was concerned that I might kick her ass because of the size difference, but not that I was like massively bigger than her or anything, because I wasn't. If you look at the pictures that you took of the two of us, I'm only like slightly taller than her. I'll never forget what she said to me when I was backstage. She was like, oh my God, you're bigger than me. And then she said something about like, I thought you were going to be skinnier or something like that. She used the word skinny, like not skinny, to describe my size against her. And I'm like, are you trying to call me fat? Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know if she intended it to come out that way or if she was really just being a cunt, but that further made me angry. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this bitch's face up. So, oh my God. So yeah, I definitely want a rematch for sure.
Oh, I'm sure we can make that shit happen.
Needless to say, I want that to happen.
We'll make that shit happen, and we will promote the fuck out of it. All our drinking buddies will come out.
And that's another thing too. I didn't invite anybody specifically because I know I was unprepared, and thank God I didn't, because I don't want my fucking friends watching me lose. But the thing that was kind of disheartening too is that she had a shit ton of people like.
Well, she's a house girl.
That's what I'm saying. Shit ton of people that were like all about like cheering her on, and that kind of puts me in a place where I'm like, nobody's here to see me. I mean, you were there obviously, but I didn't invite anybody. That's the thing. And so I think the next time when I am better prepared, I'm going to bring a fucking entourage of people, and y'all can fucking cheer me on. It's fine. You know?
We'll make that noise. We'll make it rain. It'll be fucking
signs. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
Full on WWE. Just
like, yeah, Cruz. Yeah. God damn it. But yeah, so it was a it was a fun experience. I don't regret doing it. I had a lot of fun. It was a learning experience, and goes to show, like, you can't go into something unprepared. So that's all I'm saying. And
definitely.
Next time. Yep.
What else you been up to? Like,
just literally work. I like live and breathe my fucking goddamn job. You know, like, we're getting into high season right now, so that's why I've been kind of like, I was just in downtown yesterday taking care of shit, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to like sit in the office and not do anything. But so aside from work, I've just been basically, you know, enjoying Trampage 2018 when I can, because honestly, when you look at Trampage 2011 or Trampage 2016 even, I feel like that was a crazier time. Now it's like, when I look at it, I'm like, am I just getting old, or is it, or am I just really busy? You know what I'm saying? Because like,
could be both.
When you know, like, I got tested, you know, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do anything until I got tested, blah, blah, blah. Not because I was concerned or anything. I was like, you know, just to, like, I didn't want to like download any dating apps or anything until I was like, yeah, you know, fresh start. And it was because Lindsay Hartz, who's been on the show before, she was all like, yeah, let's go get tested. You know, she's a lesbian, but still, she was like, yeah, let's go get tested together. And so that's the only reason why I did it. I was like, all right, fine, let's fucking do it. And everything's fine, clean, always comes back clean. I finally, basically, to put it into perspective for you on how busy I am, from the time I got tested, I didn't get laid for at least a week.
Holy shit.
I went a week without having sex, and that is a long fucking time for me.
Right.
That's probably the longest I've gone without having sex. So when I got, and it was all because I got tested on a Wednesday, and then I had to work Thursday night, Friday. This is the weekend where I was working Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday night. We had 4 events back to back. And then, and you know, everybody wants to go out at night. Like, you know, I'm always down for a booty call to come over during the day, but then I work during the day in the office. So it's like, okay. And then I have to go work at night. So I literally was just like, as much as I wanted to fucking have some fun, by the time I hooked up with someone, I was like, oh my God, it's been a week. What the fuck? So that's how
your hymen almost came back.
That's how I felt like a virgin. Like, I swear to God. But like, that's how chaotic my work life is. I'm just like constantly like, oh my God, I have to go to work now. What the fuck? And people always tell me like, you have like the easiest job in the world. I'm like, yeah, it's easy, but I'm still putting in hours. Like, I still have to fucking go to the office. I still have to do this. I still have to do that. And then, so that's pretty much it. I've been doing that. I only just recently started, and again, because of my busy work schedule, I only recently started streaming again. I got God of War finally. I streamed that the fucking night that I got it. I have a comic book that I'm actually campaigning right now. So if anybody's listening and wants to contribute, you can actually get fun. I mean, $5 even fucking helps. You know what I mean? It's not like we're asking for that much. And with how many people that listen and follow me, you know what I mean? Like, even $5 fucking counts. Right now we've made like fucking almost $600 so far since we've launched the campaign.
Fucking awesome.
Which is great. So I thank all of you guys that have already donated to the cause. But basically, there's this graphic novel. It's been 5 years in the making. I went to Texas because that's where the creators live. I went to Texas 3 years ago. We filmed a really dope like a teaser for the graphic novel because essentially they want to make a film as well, right? Like really sweet comic book movie and stuff like that. But first things first, we got to get the graphic novel made. But for the campaign, the Kickstarter campaign, well, we're on Indiegogo now, but for the campaign, the crowdfunding rather is the word I was looking for. Campaign, they wanted to create a really great teaser to show people like this is the potential that we have if we can get this like up and running, right? They even got this, and I feel really shitty because I can't remember the name of the artist, but this really big artist that had done the initial sketch of me looking like the character in the comic book. We put all this stuff together and whatever, and here we are over 5 years later now, trying to get the campaign going again. So, if you guys want something new, maybe it isn't really not that new, but basically my character in the comic book, I play an assassin who is really hard to catch. And I'm really just a lonely girl who, is getting sick and tired of killing people and kind of just wants to like find, someone to, be with or whatever. And not to spoil it for everybody, but like in the end, I don't end up with a man. So
it's just like real life.
It's just like real life. It's actually kind of a very cool, I read the entire script and some of the preliminary sketches that they've made and stuff like that. And I think it has potential to be a really awesome fucking graphic novel. So if you guys want to contribute to it, just go to my social media. The links are all there. Just go to my Instagram at Annie Cruz or go to my Twitter at Annie fucking Cruz. And the link should be in my bio and you can fucking contribute. If someone contributed $500, and the perk that you get for contributing that much money, you get a character drawn in your likeness in the fucking comic book. So,
shit, I may have to throw in 500. Then.
Yeah. So one person did that, and that's pretty awesome. But there's other fun perks you can get. You just have to check it out and click on the link, you guys. So that's what I'm working on right now, trying to get that up and running.
That's pretty sick.
Aside from working my butt off all the time, like, what am I, a workaholic? Who have I become, Slayer? Who have I become?
I know, it's so weird. It's so fucking weird. In other weird news, apparently since you left the show, there's been a major uptick in guests trying to see my dick.
Really? Go on, tell me more.
There have been
no blowjobs though. Just trying to get you to show your cock.
A couple show my cock. May have recently hooked up with a guest.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me off air unless you're allowed to talk about it on air.
Hey, whatever. I mean, she signed a waiver.
Oh, okay. Well, who?
I'm not sure I'm comfortable actually naming names.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well,
a fairly recent.
I was like, do you want to talk about it? You're like, well, no,
I'll
just
talk about it.
No, you'll tell me off air who it is, but talk about it. Yeah.
Fairly recent guest, like met her at. I mean, this is going to be obviously people will put two and two together when I tell the story, but met her at some porn party a couple weeks back.
Okay.
You live in Vegas? Well, you should do the show if you're in town.
Yeah.
Next time she does the show. Show's going fucking awesome. And we take a break, refill drinks. You know how it rolls.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you want to feel my tits? I'm like, well, yeah, sure. Of course I do. You have great tits. Feel her tits. We continue doing the show. Do another break. She's bathroom and she's like, you want to feel my tits again?
Oh, my God.
Like, yeah. Obviously. And like the off-air conversations, I should have been recording this. It was so weird. She's like, yeah, if you got a nice dick, I'll blow you. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, well, if you're going to blow me, I'm going to want to bang. She's like, well, if I blow you, I'll obviously bang you. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm sure the audience, if they can identify the episode, can identify that last 30 minutes of the episode like it's shit. Because it's like, I'm just staring at the timer like, this is countdown to pussy. This is absolutely countdown to pussy.
So then after you got off air, shit happened.
Oh, immediately.
Oh my God.
Immediately. Like, we made it to about where the office is, and then my dick came out, and I'm like, she blew me right there, and I'm just like, oh, I hope my roommate doesn't walk in.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Really great blowjob. Like, she was bragging about it on air. She 100% has everything to brag about.
Nice.
Yeah, ended up boning her 3 times that night.
Oh, nice.
Like, for a man of my advanced age.
That was like me and the Russian the other night. We went like 3 rounds. It was great.
Well, finally got to break in the couch, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Where the fuck was your roommate when all this is going on?
I don't know. It was like bedroom finished. came out, hang out on the couch watching YouTube videos and shit like that. Like she sat on my lap, like, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess we're going for round 2, and just like right in
Oh my God.
on the couch. I'm like looking over my shoulder. She's like, don't fucking worry about it. I'm like, it's just kind of rude to like our communal space. Like, I don't really care if he sees me banging your hot ass. It's more of a just disrespectful to our communal space.
Okay. Would he care?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but it's still.
No, I get what you're saying. I wasn't sure if like maybe that.
But he
was a
didn't come
factor.
home, so it's
Okay.
cool. We're hanging out on the couch a little bit. Like, I'm just like, round 3? She's like, yeah. So back to the bedroom. Round 3 happened.
Oh wow, wow.
I'm such an asshole. Like, I'm just, after the 3rd time we're just hanging out, I'm just like, is she going to go home?
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about. Okay, see, like it's great. I love living alone. But I okay, so I decided to do something differently now to also avoid people falling in love with me and like roping me into a relationship. You know what I mean? So if you look at my profile, I'm just going to show you Slayer, and you can read it out loud if you want to, because now
I can read?
because everybody understands when they see this that like, okay, this is not the type of chick that I'm gonna like do a sleepover with or whatever, you know, blah blah. But it's right after where it says not looking for anything serious.
Swipe right if you've never met a unicorn before. Swipe left if you don't like your toys well trained. Good times. Good fucking times. Well, back to the girl. Like, I didn't care if she crashed. I just had to be up in like 5 hours.
Right,
And it's
right.
like 2 a.m. already. I'm just like, she needs to go home or I need to sleep. And I don't want to be like, because I'm having a good time, but I'm also like,
You don't want to be a dick. You don't want to be like, hey, by the way,
hey, I've inserted myself into you multiple times tonight.
yeah,
And I would like to do so again in the future.
right.
Like, I would just like to insert myself into you in the future. She has a boyfriend. So
I really want to know who this is.
apparently she has a boyfriend who's into her fucking other people.
Oh, well then that's different. Yeah.
No, it's rad. It's
That's
fucking
awesome, yeah.
It's everybody wins in this situation.
Right, right.
Like, I'm not trying to date you. I just would like to throw a couple more shots in you because, you know,
Of course.
you know, I'm slutty. It happens. It fucking happens.
God.
But it was just still like 1:30. I'm like, just, you gotta stay or you gotta go. Just
Right.
in my mind, I didn't want to be that dick. And this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, is why I go to other people's fucking places so I can make that decision myself and just fucking leave.
That's what that's the beauty of it. But see, what I was getting ready to say is that people know their place when they come over to my house now. Like, there's this. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna be 34 years old. Okay, I had a 22-year-old boy come over. 22 years old, dude.
Is that the biggest age gap for you?
No, maybe now. If I'm, yeah, that's
12
like
years.
12 years, dude. Yeah, so
I mean, I'm obviously not on the senior end because
yeah, yeah, but oh my God, he was so fucking hot. Anyways, so he hits me up and he's like, yeah, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious either. Great, awesome. So then he comes over. And I blew his fucking mind because he's 22. He cannot, there's no fucking way this kid has like had mind blowing sex before. He's 22. You know what I mean? And in fact, when I was like writing him, he was like, wow, you do that really good. I was like, I know. You know what I mean? Like everything that I did, he commented on. He's like, oh my God. And then as soon as we finished, I'm like thinking in my head, okay, this kid, he's 22. I hope he doesn't think that like, you know, he could just fucking hang out. And right away he put his fucking underwear back on. I put my robe on, you know, kind of like signifying like, okay, we're done here. You know what I mean? Unless you want to go another round. But, I didn't say that. And then he basically was like, well, I had a lot of fun. I'm going to go home now. I was like, great, bye. And to be fair, this was at like, I got off work. Okay. So, you know, I told you I have no time for anything. I forgot to mention this tidbit of important information. So he hits me up before I'm going into work. Because when I go into work, it's like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., you know? So he sends me a text. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to work. And he's like, well, what time are you off? I was like, fucking 2 a.m, maybe even later. Because, you know, sometimes I get off later. He's like, should I see you after? And I'm thinking, okay, he knows what's up. I was like, yeah, I'll hit you up. I hit him up at like closer to 3, thinking there's no fucking way. And he's like, all right, cool, I'm coming over. Great. So this is like probably 4 a.m, closer to 5 by the time he leaves. And sometimes, guys try to pull the whole, like, it's really late, can I crash, blah, blah, blah. No, this motherfucker knew right away. He's like, all right, bye. I was like, bye.
So when I pull that shit in that situation, that's legitimately because I'm lazy, not because I want to stay.
Wait, pull what shit?
The hey, it's late. I'm just gonna.
Oh, no, of course. I mean,
No. There are definitely dudes who are pulling it because they want to,
No, exactly.
Ladies, if I pull that shit to you on that hour, I'm A, probably drunk, and B, just
especially
super
if you're
lazy.
drunk. Well, I had the MMA guy that fucking came over, the one that I hadn't had sex in a week. He was the first person that I slept with after I got tested. He was smoking weed. No, I'm good. And drinking, and we were playing video games until how I like to seduce men with video games. But anyways, well, we banged it out at this point a couple times, and then 5 a.m, we're playing fucking video games, and he kind of and we're already on my bed because I live in a studio, and he's like, so I'm kind of high and a little bit drunk. I was like, you're fine, you can crash, it's okay. It's like, there's a time and a place for stuff like that. But if I'm literally you have to be up in the morning or whatever other bullshit, sometimes I'm like, go.
No, I totally get that.
Also, if I like you, you can spend the night. You know what I mean? Some guys, I'm like, I'm just here to use you for your dick, and I don't want you to stay, so please leave.
You're a prop. You got to go.
Exactly. But then there are other guys where I'm like, oh yeah, whatever.
See?
I actually christened my apartment with someone that you know.
I bet I could guess. Am I not allowed to guess on air?
I don't know if he would want you to do that.
He's not here to defend himself, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways.
I mean, his last name has 4 letters?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. It's funny.
You got to make these challenges a little harder. Come on. Seriously. Though it was really funny when all that started, you two started hooking up the first time, and you were like, yo, you didn't tell anybody. I'm like, I didn't know. This is the first time hearing about it because my dude kept his fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, I was like, wow, okay, yeah. That's funny.
Well, good on y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, we all saw it in the water, but
yeah.
Come on. In a surprise to no one.
Exactly.
Except maybe your ex-boyfriend.
Except.
Too soon?
I mean, he thought it was going to happen when I first met him. When you first introduced me to him, he felt threatened by him because he was like, because we're both into the same shit, whatever. And then, yeah. So.
See? Dudes, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If your girl meets another dude who's into the same shit as her and you start getting weird about it, she will fuck him.
Yeah.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're just like, whatever, that's her new bro.
Yeah, exactly. Because that could have been, hey, bro. And then instead, yeah.
But when you put in your mind like, oh, she's, because he planted the seeds of you fucking him.
Oh, yeah.
If your boyfriend had just been like, no, I'm cool. That's your bro. He could have fallen easily into the friend zone.
But would he have fallen into the friend zone, Slayer? Would he have just fallen into the friend zone, knowing me? Would he have just fallen into the friend zone?
He might have fallen into the backup zone.
Okay, all right, touche. I guess.
But not immediately into the inside you zone.
Yeah, that happened.
I know, it's kind of frustrating. I didn't see either one of you at AVN.
At all?
No.
I thought you guys saw each other.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Interesting.
I didn't see either one of you two at
Because
AVN.
he hit me up, which was weird. Because
he's not trying to fuck me.
Because listen, I hadn't talked to him since I met him. However, 6 months before that, right?
Right.
So he hit me up randomly and was like, "Hey, I know you're in town," and I'm like, "Oh well, there's my chance." I already knew it was gonna. That's why I asked you if he's shy, because I already knew shit was gonna go down because I had every intention of making it happen, And when we went back to my hotel room, And there was like a movie playing or whatever, and we'd been drinking, and I kept touching him to kind of, because I practice what I teach, you know what I mean, like letting him know, like, hey, I like you, you know what I mean. And at some point, he
don't even know. Give me that dick.
Yeah, he started caressing my arm, and then I just went for it, and we started making out. And then he was all like, I didn't know that you liked me, and I'm like, really? Really?
Hey, I wasn't there. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
So, but whatever. It was fun.
Yeah, I saw neither one of you. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I wanted to get sushi with Cruz, but no. Well, I also was bedridden for half of AVN.
Yes, you were sick. That's right. You were sick.
Speaking of AVN, fucking Showtime came out this...
Yeah, okay, so I obviously didn't see what happened because I wasn't there, but didn't you go up?
Oh, yeah, I went
And
up.
then you started accepting an award, but it was like not your award to accept or something, and then you're...
So, Jews Love Black Cock won Best Comedy.
Right.
I'm in the fucking movie.
Right.
I am also
you play a rabbi.
Right. I'm also in the trailer. Mm-hmm. And they call it. And I stand up to give it.
Weren't you like the first person on stage or something?
I was.
Yeah, okay.
I was the only person on stage for a little while
Oh my
there.
God, that's funny.
The audience has heard this story a couple times. It's Ike Diesel's fault, mostly. So, fast forward to that came out on Showtime Saturday night. Holy fuck. I was full of anxiety watching that shit.
Really?
Yeah. It was more difficult for me to watch myself on stage than it was to actually go up there and grab that award.
Oh my God. Were you drunk?
No. I wasn't drunk watching it. I wasn't drunk doing it.
Oh my God. Okay, so then what happened? So you're on stage by yourself for a while.
Right. Well, I made an ass of myself. I said some stupid shit. Showtime thankfully edited the fuck around that.
Oh wow, really?
They announced Jules Love Black Cock wins. They panned to me fucking running the stage. I didn't realize I was moving that quickly. Like, I thought I walked. I definitely kind of ran on stage.
Got a little excited there.
I was definitely excited. I'm like, holy fuck, we won. I mean, that was my goddamn acceptance season. Holy fuck, AVN, we won. Shalom, AVN, we fucking won. They then cut to Joanna very classily coming on stage and giving her award, and me just grinning like an idiot in the background. I couldn't watch past that, so I have no idea if they showed the backstage.
Oh wow.
The backstage interview with Joanna and I.
Oh, you guys did a backstage interview?
Yep.
Oh shit.
I tried not to, but like Christina Sin and Kissa Sins pulled me in. They're like, no, be in this too. I'm like,
oh my God. You're like, well, I did run back here, so why not?
Well, because I had realized like I gauged the moment, and like Joanna was not super happy I had done that.
Oh.
So like as we're walking backstage, like, I'm sorry, Joe. I thought everyone was coming on stage.
Oh, that's what happened. Because kind of like the Oscars, when a movie wins,
Well, no.
everybody comes on stage.
Every other movie that won an award, the entire cast went on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah. So then there should be nothing wrong with that.
Well, and on top of it, like, thankfully Showtime edited this out. But when I'm on stage, like, giving my quote acceptance speech, I'm looking right at Abella Danger, who's in the front row, who actually stars in that fucking movie. Like, are you not coming up here? What the fuck is going on here? I was planning to step on stage and stay in the background. They handed me the award. I don't know what's happening now. So Showtime edited it all around that. What was also super awkward is I ran into Doug Benson at the Comedy Store like a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. Like, hey, Doug, how you been? Like, I've met Doug on a bunch of occasions, but Doug, like me, we both get fucked up pretty regularly.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, oh, hey, dude. I'm like, hey, do you remember when we were on stage together? He's like, no. Like, you handed me you presented the award. I made an ass of myself. He's like, really?
Oh my God.
Like, well, Doug, you obviously do better shit than I do. Wow. But for the audience at home, if you haven't yet, because this will come out way after it aired, go to the Best in Sex 2018 AVN. You will watch me run on stage like an asshole.
That's funny.
And then grin like an idiot while Joanna Angel gives an actual speech.
That's funny.
Have you not seen it yet?
No, I've not seen it.
When we get off air, I'll pull it up
Yeah,
for
you
you.
can pull it up and show me. Yeah, because I have not seen it.
Well, and
I've seen pictures, so I'm always like, "What did he say?" Because all I see is pictures of you like standing at the podium, but I've not. Like,
yeah, maybe like with you here with me, it'll give me the strength to actually sit through it and not be like, oh my God.
Oh, like have like anxiety.
Yeah, it was so stressful. It was so stressful watching myself, like, because I'm like looking at the camera. I'm trying to hold the stupid hat on. So I'm like,
because you.
I'm like running like this, like, and all I think in my head is, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. As I'm watching myself run on stage. And then, like, the minute I get on stage, they cut to Joanna, like, slowly coming on stage. They cut my whole fucking speech, thankfully. Because it was not glamorous or classy.
Wow.
It was just really like me being like, holy fuck, yo.
And they're like, he's sober, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, they probably did the editors probably did a quick dive on my bio. I was like, oh, Slayer was drunk. But I wasn't.
But you weren't.
If I was drunk, I would probably been a little wittier, actually. A little inside baseball for the audience at home. Sober, I'm kind of boring sometimes. I need a couple drinks to get the neutrons firing and just get the fast mouth and stuff. See, I'm just lying.
Yeah,
mouthy stuff.
Yeah.
Things I'll clean up in post. But yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. But I'm happy for the IMDb credit. So.
Oh well, then there you go.
My self credit. My
Jews love black cock.
No. Best in Sex 2018 AVN. My self credit.
Oh, I forgot that's on IMDb as well.
Yeah, it's on Showtime. So I'll be like, I've been on Showtime, motherfuckers.
That's funny.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
That's funny.
And if I Diesel had not been like, dude, go up there, that would have never happened.
Is that what happened? Someone was like, go, and you're like, all right, and you just like.
I stood up to give a standing ovation. And I'm like, yeah, Joanna, and Ike Diesel standing behind me, and Ike's my dog.
Yeah.
Multiple long-term veteran of the industry.
Yeah.
She's like, dude, you're in the movie. Go up there. I'm like, oh, okay. Because believe it or not, in all the years I've attended AVN, I have never attended the award show before this year.
Oh, really? So you don't? Oh.
I ditch it every year.
Yeah, I never go. I mean, I went to one AVN award show, and this was like 2005 was the last one that I actually sat through. And I was busy getting fucked in the ass at my dinner table because this is back in the day when it was more like the Oscars. And I was being ratchet as fuck. But anyways.
You ratchet as fuck? Never.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, I told me to go up there, and I did. And then nobody else from the fucking
and
cast
that's what happened.
Like a Bella Danger, Jennifer White, none of them. Like, I'm like, I see you bitches. What? Why are you not?
Yeah, if that were me, I would have been like, wait a minute. Well, I guess I'm already here.
Oh no, I totally did. And like, I didn't freeze. I just didn't say anything good.
Right.
And thankfully they cut out me going, so where the fuck's Joanna Angel?
No, oh my God, you said that?
Oh yeah, into the mics.
So she wasn't obviously up on the stage yet.
No, so Joanna had a seat way in the back at one of the VIP tables.
Why would they it's got to be like the Oscars where they know where to put people so it's easier for them to get to the stage.
Well, and I also shouldn't have been sitting where I was. I stole someone else's seat. Yeah, I was fourth row, dead center aisle. So like, Jews love black cock. I stand up, clap.
Oh, wow.
Immediately fucking up.
Wow.
Immediately fucking up.
Okay.
And then nobody else came until I'd like, where the fuck's Joanna Angel? Oh, there she is. Come on, Joanna. I'm like holding the award. Oh my God. Thank you, whoever edits at Showtime, for editing around me.
That's amazing.
You did me a solid.
That goes to show that they actually watch the footage and they're like, okay, what can we like shave off here? All right, let's kind of make this look a little bit cleaner.
Well, and the worst part is like, people I know watched it live because this is the first year they streamed them.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so my phone was blowing up backstage. Like, holy fuck, dude, I can't believe you just did that. I'm like,
oh my God, how funny. That's funny.
Like, Robert Dean was like blowing me up. Jenny, who's BA's social media manager, was like, I almost thought you were about to walk off stage with the award before Joanna got up there.
Oh my God.
Like,
so
no.
People probably did think you were drunk. They're like, are you drunk, bro?
Like, Joanna would have murdered me. I was afraid Joanna was going to murder me as it went. If I had, like, walked off before she got the award up there,
yeah.
Oh, dead. This show would not exist right now because Joanna Angel would have murdered me. And I never thought I'd be taken out by a tiny Jewish woman, but that would have happened.
I could see that.
It wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good.
Dang.
But yeah, when we get off air, I will definitely cue it up for you so you can see.
Yeah, I want to see that for sure.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. Ugh.
And look who's texting me now. You see that flag right there?
It's Russia, bitch.
Mother Russia. I don't even know.
There's no communist pussy.
Oh, how convenient.
Oh, what's so convenient?
He left his glasses at my house.
Oh, he pulled that move, huh?
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
He's like, I left my glasses. I do not wish to stand in line to get a new pair.
I cannot get another one because I got it in Russia.
Right. I do not have a prescription here in America.
How convenient. But he literally, it's funny because what he just texted me right now is he said, did I leave my glasses in your house because I'm gonna go see Infinity War like at 9:30? So
is he inviting you out to the 9:30 show?
I don't think so. I told him I already saw it, so I'm like,
I saw it twice already.
And really?
Yeah.
I was gonna go with somebody else, and then I was like, oh, okay, I have plans.
Yeah, Monday I movie passed that shit and went and saw it in just 2D.
Nice.
What the fuck is up with Movie Pass that you only see the movie once now?
Wait.
They updated it so you can only see a movie one time on Movie Pass.
Shut the fuck up. That's dumb.
I know.
I used to watch movies like over and over again when I first got my fucking Movie Pass. I can't believe they did that. That's fucked up. What? They're like, nope.
Nope, you can see a movie one time. And what sucks is I didn't actually see Ready Player One because for whatever reason the Grove was like, we don't take Movie Pass for that movie. Weird. So I went and saw Blockers, but I had already checked in for Ready Player One. Mm-hmm. So my app says I had seen Ready Player.
That's dumb. That's dumb. I'm sure you could call somebody or fucking...
Well, I don't want to tell them like that I mischarged.
Oh, okay.
Like, in violation of terms and services, we're just canceling your fucking account, bro.
Okay, well, now I'm glad I know that because I don't want to like see a movie and then like, oh, I'll just see it again or whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's bullshit. But also, obviously, it proves that they don't watch what you're watching that much, so you could check into something else.
That's true. That's true, though. That's very true. So, like, yeah. You just go to a movie that is playing around the same time and then just be like, boop.
Yeah.
Bing, bada boom.
Speaking of movies, have you seen A Quiet Place?
I want to see that.
Okay.
I want to see that. I'm going to see that at some point.
I've shat on it enough then.
Oh, is it bad?
Not a fan.
Really?
Yeah. So many plot holes.
Well,
so many plot holes.
I will watch it and find out.
Yeah. So many fucking plot holes. And it illustrates something that most horror movies, the victims are idiots. How many horror movies can you think of where like the victims are actually smart people?
Okay.
Because these people are portrayed as smart people, it takes away from the fucking movie when they do really fucking dumb shit.
Oh, like how could you be that stupid when you've already shown that you're not that stupid?
Right. Like when the dumb college co-ed runs into the fucking woods in a horror movie, like, oh, she's a dumb college co-ed.
Oh, she's just a bimbo who doesn't know what she's doing. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. When these people are like doing smart shit, you're like, why are you doing stupid shit? Because almost all the conflict in A Quiet Place is caused by the protagonist doing dumb shit.
Interesting.
I won't give you any more spoilers than that.
Yeah, I want to check it out. I want to check it out.
I won't give you any more spoilers than that, but that's how I sum it up. It's like, the writers wrote you as supposedly being smart people, and you do really dumb things.
Wow. Okay. Alrighty.
But other than that, no, I've just been grinding away here at, and now we drink.
As we're drinking.
We're drinking. Getting my drink on. Been hosting more and more shows at Spearmint Rhino's Dames and Games, Tapas Bar and Grill.
Yes.
This won't air in time for the show that I got going probably by the 31st either.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well,
these days, we are back cataloged quite a bit.
Nice. That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
We have 5, 6. This will be like the 7th episode in the can.
Nice. That's awesome, though. That's great.
No, it's rad. Though, the one slight advantage of not having to record with you anymore is I don't have to work around your schedule.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, my schedule's awful. I already told you I work 7 days a week. It's
I know. Well, and even when we were doing this regularly, like, between both our schedules, it was
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean, like
murder
back
sometimes.
then, it was just kind of like, oh fuck, I don't know if I can do it. I can do it, and then now it's like even more impossible. I can't do shit.
No, it was absolute murder. And look, it's not like I don't have a life either. I'm busy too.
No, of course, we're both busy, but to get both of us at the same time, that's what's
And the
difficult.
guest.
That's what's difficult. Yeah.
And the fucking guest.
Yeah, that too, because then people cancel. We've had that happen before. But yeah, man. No, I'm glad. I'm glad to be. I kind of miss fucking having our conversations here. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
So happy to be back for this. This. I don't want to say final because I'm sure I'll be back again.
Oh, 100%. You're welcome back whenever.
This is more of just like a goodbye cruise because I am.
Yeah, to officially let the audience know what's going on with us.
Right.
Like, I've never removed your photo from the promo or
It's a great fucking photo. Come on.
I know. Like, I actually went and took got a photo shoot over the weekend. I'm just like, I need to recreate something that is cool as this. Which is me somehow.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we took some pretty cool photos, but nothing that was as epic as either us on the rooftop or us at the bar.
Yeah, because that was pretty epic.
That was definitely pretty epic. There are definitely some good scumbag shots of me.
You could potentially use the pictures that we took. Just don't put Annie Cruz on there. You know what I mean?
It's just Annie Cruz just hanging out there.
Yeah. Like I'm drinking, but not by myself.
I just have to re-Photoshop it. And now we drink with Matt Slayer and that girl who's in the
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, so
yeah, and obviously Cruz will pop in from time to time, and I'm gonna keep being a drunk shithead and keep bringing you more and more people. Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that shit.
Cheers to that.
Is Advanced Cruise Control making a return at some point?
I have 4 videos in the can that I still have not edited because no life.
That's make Vance do some fucking work.
Life. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned Vance because I actually talked to him today and he sent me a text picture which says enough. He got a new MacBook. So he was like, now I can fucking do some shit. He's a busy guy too. He gets up at 5 a.m. and the only reason why I know this is he'll call me East Coast time and I'm awake, happen to be awake, But he literally just today, he texted me and said, I have a new MacBook Pro. We can finally do some shit remotely. He also wants to learn how to edit some stuff because I've been the one only editing everything, and he's like, you should tell me how to fucking do some shit. So hopefully I can get the 4 videos that are in the can edited because now at this point, best of 2017 is kind of long past.
Right.
We did that video before he left, and I'm like, dude, it's kind of pointless for me to put this up. I started editing it already, but it's not finished. So I'm like, do I put it up still? Do I put it up and not announce it and just pretend like it's been sitting there, So
hopefully no one pays attention on YouTube when it was posted.
yeah, exactly. So so that's pretty much kind of where we stand right now. I know that, he's finally has a way to record on his end, so maybe we'll do some remote shit, but like I said, he's on East Coast time, I'm on West Coast time, I'm busy, so I'm gonna try and find some time to do some stuff, but at this point it's it still exists, it's sitting there, but unfortunately I need to get the ball rolling somehow,
And that's the problem. Everyone's super busy and Vance.
Life happened. That's what happened.
I know.
Life happened. But I mean, I have no complaints other than that. It's life is good. Life is good.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. And for our drinking buddies, I will happily sacrifice sleep and sobriety to make sure you guys get a new episode every week. As I have been for it popped up in Time Hop yesterday. 2 years ago is when iTunes initially approved the 288 podcast.
My Time Hop showed me a year ago we did the photo shoot for this podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that was a year ago. Okay.
It was exactly a year ago. Mm-hmm. We're at time of air. Well, at time of air, I don't fucking know how many episodes we're at. But as of time of recording, we're at 110 episodes.
That's pretty good. You broke 100. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, AVN was episode 100.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. I remember because it was a very 100 episodes. AVN. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Well, that might have been intentional.
I figured as much. I was like, yeah.
There's a little bit of method to the madness.
Of course.
Just a little bit here or there. But Cruz, it is actually about time for last call.
Oh man, I miss saying that. Okay, well, haha.
And here's one thing that I don't know if you've actually been listening. I have not developed a good fucking sign off since you fucking left.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just like, goodbye, people.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. Well, you guys can find me at Annie fucking Cruz on Twitter, at Annie Cruz on Instagram, AnnieCruz.com for business, AnnieFuckingCruz.com for pleasure, and I think that's it.
And as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, Matt Slayer on Snapchat. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram, www.andnowwedrink.com. Do us a solid, everyone. If you're into this shit, you're drinking with us every week. Go to iTunes, rate us 5 stars, give us a positive fucking review. Give us a shitty review. Just give us 5 stars while you do it. Don't give a shit. The stars are what fucking matter. If I might know, just do it. Do it now. Do it now.
Do it.
See, it works a lot better when she says it. All right, everybody. Have yourself another round and have a good night.
Bye.